Welcome to our podcast series, Raising Saints and Forming Scholars, where we delve into your questions about the world of classical education. We were made for truth, beauty, and goodness. Let's talk about it. This episode is part of a series dedicated to our exploration of the richness of our partnership with the Institute for Catholic Liberal Education, otherwise known as ICLE. Last summer, some of the teachers and I were able to enjoy their wonderful annual conference in Pittsburgh. In these videos, I'll be speaking with the teachers about their experiences. These series of episodes are sponsored by Kalik Auto Group, who have been great supporters of our school by being an event sponsor at our gala. One of the nice things at our conference is, in addition to the keynote speakers, we were able to choose many topics of our own, based on our own interests. So, Mrs. Anaya, I know that you went to a talk about vocations.
Yes.
And that's something very near and dear to our heart at Holy Child. We really want to foster vocations to the religious life. I'm thinking you're talking about. So please tell us about this talk.
Okay, the woman was very sweet, very kind, very inspiring. She was speaking on vocations and bringing that to our school, bringing that to our students. I went to this specific block because my son, God bless, has a seed to a vocation, to the priesthood. So I went to see what she had to say, and she was speaking on highlighting and really recognizing our priest, so Father Granito, doing things for him, writing letters, so the students could write letters to him. We already did this for his 25th anniversary mass, a huge celebration for him.
Right. But something we could do on a more regular basis.
Yes. As well as, so not only Father, but also religious. So if we don't have sisters, we don't regularly see sisters here, she was mentioning there are podcasts where the sisters do podcasts and they can read aloud. So the individual teachers, if that's something they're interested in, they can do have a sister read a story to them.
That's a wonderful idea.
And also the sacrament of marriage. So all the beautiful parishioners, parents, grandparents of our students, to recognize their sacrament of marriage as well. The calling.
If we recognize the sacramentality of marriage and strengthen that, we're going to get priests and nuns and have that fulfilled vision of the Catholic life. Yes, because we are
emphasizing that to our students.
Yes.
That we, those are their options. They are called to the sacrament of marriage. For the boys, there could be a calling to the priesthood. And she was mentioning that about 75% of boys feel that they've heard a calling, the Holy Spirit talking to them, communicating possibly the priesthood before age 18. And that number, unfortunately, was lower in public schools. So this was specifically in Catholic schools. More than 50% of our new priests have come from a Catholic school education.
That's an important statistic. Yeah.
Yes.
Something to think about.
And so she was mentioning a website for resources, and that was at vocationministry.com.
Okay.
And they have free resources for all teachers, for parents, for anyone interested in how do you encourage a vocation in your child, how do you bring it to your school. And she was mentioning you can do booklets, banners. We do it. She mentioned doing saints, a saint of the day. Excuse me. And we do that for.
Can you give us that website again in
Yes.
case anyone missed it?
Vocationministry.com.
And I like, and I'm eavesdropping on your notes. I'm looking that you have the title is Inspiring Future Saints. And I think this is a really good point you bring up, because I've had students, even way back when I taught third grade, who I want to be a priest. and then you teach them later on in high school and they don't want to be a priest anymore.
Correct.
And I would wonder, gosh, what happened? How do we keep inspiring
Yes.
them? And I have talked to lots of parents about it, and they say, I don't know what to do, how to nurture the vocation. That's what you're talking about. So I am excited to look at that website, because I think in these times we need some practical guidance for that.
Yes,
you know?
absolutely. Because I was, for Matthew, I was wondering, what do I do as a parent? How do I keep that fire, but without pushing,
Right.
or making it feel like that's what his only choice is?
Yes.
So, and she said a lot of prayer. The Holy Spirit will guide you.
Convinced.
Lots of prayers.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it just was near and dear to my heart, and I really appreciated everything she said. And I was really pleased to see that we already do several of those things here at our school.
Well, I'm happy to hear that too.
Yes.
Okay, well, I think it is always good for me, for all of us, to have that reminder that a vocation is a gift given by God, and it is a flame.
Yes.
And it's our job to keep asking the Lord how we keep the flame alive. So thank you for putting that right before us.
Yes,
I'm very
you're welcome.
grateful.
Thank you.
Thank you.